Hello. We're going to talk a bit about relationship again. Did a video a couple of days ago. Got lots of views, and on the last one about relationship, and but it's been coming up. It's the last few days. There's been a number of men talk to me about their experience in relationship, a couple of them are in long-term committed relationships, and they're struggling, they're feeling trapped, they're not sure what to do, another fella is looking at a new relationship and has a lot of experience with in the past with things not going well, and it just seems so clear that the root of this whole thing is fear. I mean, I have a lot of experience in this area, because I live this a lot, and struggle with this a lot, and I did a lot of therapy, if you will, around it, and I looked at my own relationships, in the beginning with my mom, and how I felt such guilt and shame around my mom's life, and how she didn't seem to ever be happy, and I struggled a lot with trying, to make her happy, and somehow trying to make every woman subsequently that came in my life that I married or was in relationship with, happy, but I didn't get, I never matured enough to get that wasn't my job. It was impossible. I could compliment, but I can't. And so what I see that happens is that, we, in the beginning, men have a tendency to oversell. They meet a lady, and they paint a pretty rosy picture. And I'm not saying that women don't do this too, but they paint a pretty rosy picture of themselves, and they really go all out, and they're romantic, and um, and so they get in this committed long-term relationship, and both the man and the woman often have a skewed idea of what it's supposed to look like, but once we're in, it's then, things aren't what the image was, or what the fantasy was, and because we're human, right, and we burp and fart, and we forget things, and we're not very considerate, and we're selfish and self-centered, and we're both of us, the man and the women, and sometimes, there's even much more grosser difficulties than that, and with addictions and all of that, and financial problems, and they all come together, and here we are. In the beginning, we had this amazing picture of how it was going to be, and then real life sets in, and we're like, holy shit, but then children come. And both of the men I've talked to recently, there are children involved, and they're like, oh my God, what do I do? I feel so trapped. You know, it's just not working, but where I believe that the problem started early was that we weren't honest, and we're in a hurry. We're always in such a hurry. What if somebody else gets her, or there's all this immature idea around each other, and we're in this desperate hurry to get together, and we don't really look at or even discuss what it is that we really like. She says she likes to travel, and he says, yeah, I love to travel, and and we measure up a few things that we all enjoy, but there isn't a lot of forethought that goes into it, and often into getting into a long-term committed relating, and so here we are, we're trapped. What do we do? And often we've compromised tons of things. We lied going in, and we painted this picture of who we were that we're not, and so now we're stuck, and when we compromise, it always leads to resentment. So just feel into this. I'm not an expert in this field. I just have a ton of personal experience, and I've been working with men in men's groups for 20 some years, and this is how it comes up all the time. We oversold, and then we're not honest going forward. We're still trying to make her happy, and nobody can make anybody happy. And happiness is an inside job. It's a personal job. It's not something that anybody can give to somebody else. It's that's an illusion. That's a fantasy. It's bullshit, right? And so, but the solution, in my opinion, is in being honest. And there's nobody wins or nobody loses. If you're together with somebody and you'd like to stay together, how do you begin to be honest with each other? How do you begin to really look at what it is that you'd like to have in life, or yeah. So honesty is the deal. Look at your life and look at at her life, and vice versa, and that's where I think the problem lies. And compromise, honesty, or dishonesty, fear leads to dishonesty. We're afraid that she'll leave or he'll leave, or oh God, we're afraid that he won't leave, or whatever. But and so we fear is always the father of the lie. And the lie often is a compromise. We say things that we can do that we can't, and that was my experience. I did that a lot, but for me the answer was I had to really focus on going inside to who was I, who am I, and look deep into this, not the image of this, but beyond the image, on the spiritual sense, and in the moment. Who am I in this moment, and not what do I do, or what do I own, or what have my experiences in life, where have I been? Not those things, but who am I really? And finding those answers makes us more honest in relating. If we want to be in a long-term committed relating with somebody, we have to be honest. And how honest do you want to be? That's my deal. We can talk more about that. I'd love your comments. What do you think of that? If you're watching this on YouTube, I love it if you make a comment. And how have you done in your relating? What happens to a lot of folks is they've been through a couple of them. None of them kind of matched the fantasy, so they're done. That's it. I'm not going to do that anymore. And lots of people, in their 50s and 60s are kind of finished, but the possibility to have a partner I think is great at any age, if we slow down and be honest and be real. Yeah, honest and real. Okay, that's my thing. That's my story on relatings. I mean, that's not complete. There's lots that one could discuss around that. I do these videos to, for my part, to help lift the consciousness of my community, to, share my experience, to, lots of people in recovery tell me that they watch and that they enjoy my videos, and so that's my deal. It's helping people in recovery, in all areas, to help lift the consciousness of my community, the overall community, the planet, and to spread hopefully a little love and understanding through me being as honest as I can be in each moment. So that's the reason I do the videos. And I've been reading lately this book, the Tao Te Ching, from Stephen Mitchell, and every time that I share, and I think we're on 54. It's very short. They're all short. There's just about 3 little paragraphs. So I'm going to read from the Tao Te Ching, and the Tao is like the now. It's like universal intelligence. It's like the moment. And if you wonder what the Tao is, it isn't some mysterious thing. It is this. Okay. 54. Whoever is planted in the Tao will not be rooted up. Whoever embraces the Tao will not slip away. Her name will be held in honor from generation to generation. Let the Tao be present in your life, and you will become genuine. Right? The Tao is love, honesty. Let the Tao be present in your life, and you will become genuine. Let it be present in your family, and your family will flourish. Let it be present in your country, and your country will be an example to all countries in the world. Let it be present in the universe, and the universe will sing. How do I know this is true? By looking inside myself. Beautiful. Where's the Tao to be found? Inside. Inside. So take the time, meditate, drop in, slow down, breathe, right? We think the problem is outside. It's never outside. It's always here. The solution is always here. Life flows when we discover, who we are in this moment. So, love you guys. Thank you so much. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd love it if you'd subscribe. And a little bit about relatings. Hopefully more will come. Okay, love you lots. Cheers.